Hey guys, I hope you're all okay. Long and short, I had a prayer request, but it was one of those ones that I didn't want to just write it out because it was just kind of more messy than that, and I want everyone to hear my heart in it. Um, yeah, basically, as many of you know, I've been out of Brightwood, working out in Canada. This is my third summer out here working with young people from an at-risk kind of background. Before I came out here, I really felt that God said that He wanted me to come out here for the next year or so, and to work with Hope Mission, who's the organisation that own Brightwood Ranch. That wasn't going to happen originally. Then halfway through the summer, a few doors shut because God shut some doors, and doors started to open towards this way. And Morelands kindly agreed that if I could sort it, I can have a placement out here. I can submit my practice from Canada for the next year. Um, Shortly after that, there was issues too with the youth centre around here. I wasn't able to go with by Hope Mission, but they've now invited me to take up a new job role. Hope Mission, for those of you who don't know, is a multi-million-dollar organisation, it's a Christian organisation. Seriously, you will not find one like it. They work with the homeless, the drunk, the drug addicts, the prostitutes, you name it. You know, the least, the last, the lost, these guys are doing it. They have 200 staff. They have multiple buildings. They have a massive youth centre which has a skate park and rock pool in it. That makes most youth workers drool. Okay, they are kitted up in many ways, and they're given a lot of money by the government, millions every year in turnover. And that's charitable donations and work. They do a lot of work. They're so inbuilt into the city of Edmonton that when the medics are called, if the paramedics are called out, the ambulance is called out, and they find someone drunk, they phone Hope Mission. Once they've checked that they're okay, they will phone Hope Mission and say, "Can you now come get them?" So they're really respected. They're really respected in the community. Their new heart is to actually take this and build it also into Calgary, which is the next major city in the province of Alberta. It's 3 hours from here. Calgary is a bit richer. Alberta itself is an oil area. Lots of oil, lots of money there from that land. Calgary is a different slightly area. It was also hit by floods this year. The thing is with Calgary, it's a brand new plant. There's a guy called Jay who's been working on it for a year. They've literally just got a small building which they've just put a kitchen in, and Jay's been working to get a children's and youth movement started there. It's working with kids who basically they need the love of Jesus in their lives soon. What we call at risk. So on the kind of low social system, kind of a lot of these kids live around drug kind of cultures, gang kind of cultures, and trying to get into that and impact that before any of that takes control in their lives really, and before negative patterns happen, and also trying to catch kids before they get in, but who are on the edge of destructive behaviours. Maybe that's as they're getting into kind of drugs and as they're getting into stuff, just to kind of pull them out. That's where the kind of Hope Mission up in Calgary is looking at. One day when I was a little bit wound up and things weren't going my way, I was literally sat on a swing, and this guy Jay has turned around to me. He's found out that I'm actually trained. I trained as a cook for quite a while, and I can actually run a kitchen. And he's just basically said, "I want you to come work up in Calgary." Tomorrow I will meet with the head of this multi-million-dollar organisation. His name is Bruce. I am terrified. I'm sweating it absolutely. I've been praying a lot, and I really feel that this is God's calling on my life. But at the same time, I will be going up to a brand spanking new plan. Okay, it's a year's worth of work in there. There's contact with about 30 young people that's in there. Contact that's over 12 years old at the moment. Very big stuff. It's very grassroots, which means there's a lot of creativity. The fact that Hope Mission are backing it means there's a lot of strength behind you. You go, I'm not walking in having to do all my own fundraising and stuff like that. There's, the bankroll's going to sort it out. But this one's not going to come at a little cost. This is going to cost me a lot in my personal life. It means that I don't have enough money to come and say goodbye to a lot of you guys. If many of you knew there were the Calgary floods, because of those floods, housing prices or flat prices have rocketed. So it's going to cost. So with what I'm paying for the flat, I don't have enough money also to fly back to England and return. If I do take this post, if this all comes through, I'm also risking my whole qualification on being able to plant a youth ministry there. I don't know. It's crazy and it sounds insane. And God's been really faithful, and He's given me several verses and several scriptures just saying that He's got my back and that He's in this. And a lot of things are working, and there's a HR team of like 3 people who have been working effortlessly to sort out my visas. I haven't even told anyone yet. This is the first time I'm saying about it, really, bar the guys up here. even Morelands, I haven't really communicated this with them because it's been that kind of, wow, this is happening in 2 weeks. It happened very fast. It's happening. It's just a mind blowing how God is just working in this. I don't know what's going to result tomorrow. I'm going to share my heart with this man, with Bruce. He's going to share his heart with me, and if our hearts match, then we're going to go ministry together, and that's going to be crazy. The area that I'm going to be working in is the third hardest area in Calgary. Roughly, I was talking to some kids the other day who were 12 years old, and they were telling me what it's like for them who came to camp, and they were saying 9 out of 10 of them know about cannabis, or have tried cannabis, or have been offered cannabis by the time they hit 12, and 6 or 7 of that, 10 of them, have been mugged or almost mugged by the time they're 12. I sat with a 12-year-old, he talks to me about a crack house, and he knows where the local crack house is and how his mates can go get crack if they ever want it. A 12-year-old should know that. My ministry would basically be running a kitchen part way, so literally I'll be cooking meals for homeless at some points. Like my first one would be cooking Thanksgiving. I'd have to be able to cook up to 200 meals on my own. Yeah, I got a professional kitchen, and I got a lot of friends out in Canada. But they were going to come up and help. But then out of that, I want to grow a youth ministry out of that, to grow a youth ministry working with these kind of kids, taking them kids with their knives and teaching them how to cut carrots. There's a lot of potential for it. I feel God's in it. But I said it's going to come at a cost. It's going to be a huge cost. I will be leaving everyone I love. Even if I'll be in Canada, I will be 3 hours from the closest of my friends in Canada. So that's going to be hard. In some ways, it's exciting to be asked to apply. Is an honour. To be asked to apply for a ministry, working with this area, working with this organisation, doing that. The fact that they have the respect to me to ask me to come and work with them is humbling, absolutely humbling. Not building me arrogant in a way, but it's a wow, thank you. It's a great honour for them just to be the way they've been keen to have me come and be a part of this ministry at the moment. And as we look into the visas and stuff, I'm basically just asking for all your prayers, just for courage for tomorrow. So I'm scared, guys. I'm really scared. I'm so excited for what God wants to do, but yeah, the cost is high on this one. The personal cost to my life is a lot higher than I really, I thought I'd have to pay. I'm going to have to leave a lot behind, the whole kind of, say goodbye to your mum and dad. That's going to be literal for me. I won't be able to just go home when I want to see my family when I want. I will be £1,000, £700-800 away from my family. That will, every time, just to go see my family, it cost me 800. That's a flight, 7-hour flight. It's not exactly a hey, so that's pretty emotional. Pretty hard as well to accept. Seeing my friends, Tabby, Gav, Frankie. I love all of you guys, and not being able to come over and see you before I go is gonna suck. And same with Shane and all that lot back at home. I love you guys so much, and not being able to come back and say I love you and that before I take this ministry is hard. So yeah, please pray for me for courage tomorrow. Really, please, can you pray your asses off that God would show me His will, show me what He wants to do, and if this is the right, and if these messages I'm hearing about is right, then let Him open it up. Just can you also pray about my communications with Morelands as we sort this out? Because I'm aware there could be some tricky stuff there, and just I just kind of feel like there's something in my pneuma saying, my spirit saying, there's potential for some stuff there, and I love them so much. I love the staff there so much, and Morelands means so much to me. The work they've done in my life, I wouldn't be at Brightwood. Steve Brady doesn't give me the summer off. 4 years ago, he was the one who said, yeah, you can go 2 weeks or a week before the end of the term, and that allowed me to come out to Canada. And allowed me to start a ministry here. And again, he did that twice. And so, I wouldn't literally be in Canada working at Brightwood if it wasn't for Morelands giving me permission and backing me. And so, yeah, I love them so much. And as we just try to sort out this placement and how that's going to work and how it's going to look, I'm aware, obviously, it looks quite risky from the outset. It does. And there's a lot of risk involved in it, both in the area I'm working, but also in the actual getting the hours in or getting the kids. I'm going to go find them. My approach to ministry is going to be a detached project to start with, because I've got to go find them. I've got about 30 contacts of kids. There's about 30 contact kids, but we're going to have to contact with them, to connect with them, and see what's going on. And the thing is about Canada cities is that you can't walk anywhere. You have to drive. So I have to get a license because the smallest thing from one day, it takes like 30-minute walk. You know, it's just crazy. It's too big. I hate cities. I hate the city. But God's called me to be a part of one. Yay. Potentially. So just please pray for me. It's scary because it's almost a career maker if I get involved in this, you know, being on a grassroots, being able to choose the direction of a ministry, being bankrolled by a multi-million-dollar charity or organisation who've got more experience in working with at-risk youth and at-risk peoples than anyone I've ever met. This organisation is not like these guys. They know what they're doing. Do I always agree with what they do? They have a 200-man staff, you know. There are issues with that, but they are good at what they do, and they do a lot of work. You know, so you know, in some ways I've got that security that I've got some big heavyweights behind me, if it all goes well. But yeah, I'm also very scared because I am meeting with the director. You know, I was speaking to a lot of the guys who work for Brightwood or for Hope Mission, and they've kind of met the guy once or twice here and there. But as for sitting down having a meeting with him, an interview with him, they're like, no. So a little bit nervous because although he's meant to be a great man of God and a great visionary, he loves vision and he loves passion. He is also the director head of a multi-million-dollar organisation. So yeah, you're terrified, and I am a crazy at-risk youth worker from England. Yeah, just please keep praying. Please pray for me. Please pray for the visas. We're sorting out visas now. Pray for God's will, and also a peace in my own heart, because I will be leaving everything. I will be moving to a place where I don't know anybody. I will be starting, and this will consume my life for a long time, and it will be changing probably the direction of my life for a while. If I, you know, because it's not something I can commit to for 6 months. You know, it's going to be big. So can you just, yeah, really pray that God would give me the strength to stand and actually to do it. He wouldn't let the fear overcome me, because it is scary. I jumped once and got smashed in the face by a 2x4, and so yeah, scared that'll happen again. But yeah, please pray. God's being good. God's so amazing. I look forward to telling you all guys about what he's been doing out here in Canada. He's been so great to me. He's so faithful. So faithful. I'm so much more in love with God at the end of this summer than I was at the start. I'm so much more in love with him. He's so epic. Like, the way he answers prayer has been incredible. There's not one time I've ended up in tears and he hasn't answered, you know. So many times I've just found myself in front of him going, God, deal with this, fix the situation, and I've seen him just bring restoration to the most broken and damaged situations every time. You know, not once did God fail. Not once did God not show up. He was on that battlefield the whole time, right beside me. So yeah, please pray for me tomorrow morning, slash your evening, slash whenever. I don't know what time it's going to be. It's 12 for me in Edmonton time. It'll be probably 9 o'clock for you guys in the evening. So there you go. Please pray, please pray, because I am terrified and I really need to know that God's in this. If God's not in this one, I'm going to get it panicked to me. So yeah. Cool. Sorry, it was but yeah, the scene. I told you I couldn't write it out. It's kind of yeah. Cool. Peace. God loves you. I love you too. Thanks.